Grandpa, what do you mean when you say salmon are part of the way we live?
Our lives in the Northwest have always been connected with the salmon. Native tribes here call themselves salmon people. In fact, they've fished these waters for thousands of years.
I heard we might lose all the salmon in the rivers. That couldn't really happen, could it?
Salmon in the Northwest are in trouble. So are their cousins, the steelhead trout. But salmon are the pride of Idaho and the Northwest. They're part of our history, our economies, our food, and our families. Our region is strong, in part because of the fish, and we have a chance to help them out. Let me tell you a story. Salmon and steelhead start and end their lives in icy mountain waters. The young fish start swimming in creeks and streams through the strongholds of Idaho, through Washington, through Oregon, up to 900 miles to the Pacific Ocean. Then they swim in the Pacific for several years, going as far north as Alaska. When it's time, they head back over those 900 miles through Washington and Oregon, but now they're pushing upstream. By the time they get home to Idaho, they've climbed 7,000 feet above sea level. That's higher than any other salmon on Earth. During their trip, their bodies transform, changing color and shape as sunlight and smells guide them back to the very same streams where they hatched. When they get there, they lay and fertilize their eggs before dying. All along that journey, they nourish everything they touch. More than 130 animals and plants depend on salmon. It's not just the orcas that eat them in the ocean, but bears that eat them upstream, and other animals and trees that eat or absorb the parts bears leave behind. And where the salmon are, that's where people are. Salmon and steelhead mean we have towns and fishing businesses that create jobs and bring visitors in from all over the world. Then, in the 20th century, we built dams on the Columbia and Snake Rivers. Those dams have been helpful. They brought affordable electricity to families and helped farmers water their crops and ship them by river barge. But the dams themselves kill salmon and steelhead. They also make the water warmer, which is harmful and even deadly to the fish. But the biggest problem is that there are just too many dams. Salmon in rivers with fewer dams come home at much higher rates. Right now, we're just barely keeping them from going extinct. If businesses, tribes, and towns are going to rely on salmon, we need 3 times as many to return. Tribes like the Nez Perce were promised salmon in treaties, and we're breaking those promises. Meanwhile, you don't get to fish with your grandpa like I did when I was a kid. But here's the good news. We know how to fix this. There are 4 dams on the lower Snake River that are most responsible for salmon and steelhead disappearing. Those dams are 50 years old. Today, fewer places outside the region are buying the electricity they make, and the river barge traffic they make possible is also down. We've spent $17 billion on salmon recovery, and their numbers are still falling. But we can do things differently. Right now, leaders in our region are looking to make sure we still have the good things dams provided, like water for farms, transportation for crops, and affordable energy, and to make sure that businesses, tribes, and communities continue to thrive with the salmon we all rely on. As the Nez Perce tribe's leader said, the way the salmon go, we go.
So the story of salmon really is the story of this place and everyone who lives here.
It is. And if we all work together, it will continue to be our story. We can keep the Northwest ways of living, from towns to tribes, farms, and families.
Well, I want to fish with my kids, so let's do it.
All right, let's do it. To learn more about how you can save Northwest salmon, visit our Northwest Opportunity at nwopportunity.org.